What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we have another regional sport, and this time around we have John, who got top 4 at Lancaster, Philadelphia, with the Donphan Jolteon Wobbuffet deck. Now, we actually did an interview with Chris Collins, and his list is based off of this list. It just happened that the interview was after this one, so now you can see the original list with Wobbuffet to shut down the Archeops, of course, with the bad barricade. Of course, he played the Float Stones to get the free retreat. We talked about the Silent Lab, but it's a very straightforward Donphan deck with the Jolteon to help out against Yveltal. But hope you enjoyed this interview, thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we're doing another regional report, and this time we're talking about the Donphan Halucha deck. And what's your name?
John Ing.
And what regionals are we talking about?
Lancaster Regionals 2 weekends ago.
Okay, alright. Now, I know it's 2 weekends ago, but do you remember your matches and how they went?
Yeah, I remember at least most of them. Okay. So, round 1, I played against a Mega Manetric deck. It was Mega Manetric Leafeon, so I 2-0'd him pretty quickly. But my opening hands, game 1 and game 2, were pretty atrocious. Like, one of them was, like, unplayable, so I had to, like, draw out into a Sycamore. And, like, I had, like, 3 Wobs in my hand, so I had time. And so, yeah, I 2-0'd him pretty quickly. In round 2, I played against a Yveltal Archeops deck that played Shadow Circle and did not play Hypnotoxic Laser. So basically, whenever he would hit into something that had a Focus Sash, it was at least there for 2 turns.
Yeah.
So game 1 takes a pretty long time, about, like, I don't know, I want to say like 40 minutes about. So I think that I can stall out game 2 long enough, solely because of just him having to take 6 prizes, getting through all my subs, and having to 2-hit stuff with Focus Sash.
True.
So it just took him a really long time to do everything, and we couldn't finish game 2. And I took the series 1-0. Round 3. Now this is where things got shaky. So I got a deck check, a random deck check, after I won my round 2 match. And some of my sleeves were messed up, which was really odd because I re-sleeved that morning and got deck checked. So I was kind of disappointed. And I was playing against, in round 3, my good friend Ishan Jayasi. And he was playing Yveltal with just like Hex Maniac and a Battle Compressor engine.
Yeah.
So I got a lost game 1 for the messed up sleeves, which I was kind of mad about. But I just reminded myself I couldn't get on tilt, and I managed to win the next 2 games because of Jolteon and stuff. So, yeah, at this point I'm 3-0. Then the 4th round, I hit another Yveltal deck. I forget his name. Sorry. He's playing Yveltal, and I just 2-0 him pretty quickly because of the Jolteon. Now, I know it's a 1-1 Jolteon, but if you open with Karina, it's easily accessible to get half of the line because of Level Ball. And I think I may have just gotten lucky drawing into the other one, or just got it whenever I needed it.
Yeah.
Round 5. Yeah, round 5. At this point, I'm 4-0. I play against Sam Ertman, eventually, who would win the whole event. He was playing Seismitoad Giratina. So I don't really fold to that matchup, but it's definitely not favorable. So he 2-0s me pretty quickly, and at this point, I'm 4-1, and a little disappointed that I thought if I had won that round, I would have been guaranteed to cut because I just would have needed to intentionally draw the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed. But in the next round, I play against one of the other people who I think this kid got 2nd. He was playing Donphan as well. And I didn't want one of my winning in, supposedly, if I had played it out, rounds to be Donphan Mirror. So we decided to intentionally draw, and that put me in an actual winning in. Now, I knew that I wouldn't have to worry about being on the bubble if I went X1-1 because my resistance was really good, so I was confident with this tie. If I just won the next round, I would be in. And, yeah, in the last round, I played against an Yveltal Zoroark deck. So I consider that matchup a pretty good matchup. He played 3 Baby Eviltal though, so getting that Jolteon out was really important because Donphans don't deal well with Baby Eviltal.
True.
Because Fighting Stadium and Silver Bangle don't work that well on it. And I only play 1 Muscle Band, so that wasn't too good. But yeah, I managed to 2-0 him in a pretty timely fashion. And I'm pretty excited that I'm 5-1-1. And I look at the standings, and I'm 6th seed, and I'm against James Pickerel. That's what his last name was. I'm against James Pickerel. I know you did like an interview with him.
Yeah.
Earlier. Yeah. So he's playing Bunnelby Slurpuff, and I'm really confident in this matchup. Like, everything would need to go perfectly for him, I think, if he were to win that matchup. Because including Super Odd, I play like 11 basic energy cards I can attach to Donphan, which I was pretty confident with because he wouldn't get that many hammerheads. And then right when I saw the interview with him, I noticed he didn't play Trick Shovel either.
Yeah.
So I realized how that could match up and be really good. But yeah, they decided to make us play top 8 the day of and not like give us, and then for top 4, they gave us a collective decision whether or not to play tomorrow or not.
That's weird.
But sorry, what?
I said that's weird. Like usually it's like all the same day.
Weird. But I know on the other side of the, well, not on the other side, but my top 4 match, the top 8 match that decided who I'd play in top 4 was Toad Giratina Mirror. So if I decided to play the next day, it was kind of just delaying the inevitable because I knew I wasn't going to have that good of a matchup. But yeah, I won top 8 fairly easily. Something I did that was pretty cool game 1 is I started a Fanfi and I benched absolutely nothing after that. It like evolved into Donphan and I just kept attaching energies to it, and whenever I didn't have one, then I would like, okay, maybe I can risk a Sycamore now. But yeah. And then another interesting thing was game 2. I actually started Halucha, and he got Team Aqua's secret hideout, I want to say.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like secret base or secret hideout or something.
Yeah.
And whenever I'd spinning turn into Halucha, it would have 1 retreat. So I needed to like hit those stadiums exactly when I needed to. And luckily for me, I play 4 stadiums, 3 Fighting Stadium and 1 Silent Lab. So I was able to hit those pretty well. And yeah, that matchup was pretty easy, 2-0. Good job to him for making top 8 though. It's really good. And then I got some sleep. Sort of, I guess. I sort of stayed up with Ishan playing Smash in the open game room.
Yeah, I saw those photos of people playing Smash in the open game. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Thanks to the Austin Vance and everyone else for the setup. Then I got some sleep, and then they let us start at 10. So me and Ishan, because Ishan was staying in my room for that night, we woke up around 8-ish, got something to eat with Tanner, and we were ready to start top 4, and game 1 actually went really well. I started off like 2 Haluchas, 2 subs, and like a Fanfi. One of the Haluchas had a bangle, and I started with I decided not to attach an energy on the first turn because I knew it was just going to get crushing hammered.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, everything seemed to be going really well. And then he top decked N, and I just started dead drawing, and it just went downhill from there. Like, I didn't expect to win, so winning 1 game would have been good enough for me. But, yeah, then game 2, I just started dead drawing. I'm going to seem really stupid right now, but eventually I accidentally just, at the end of the game, where it's like 1 prize to 6 prizes, I just via Secret Friend when he, and used it when he Quaking Punched me, then I was like, alright, whatever, I just scooped up my cards. Just like, wait, didn't he use Quaking Punch? And I'm like, yeah, it's over anyway, okay.
You're like, I already lost, it's okay.
Yeah.
No need to call a judge, we're good.
Yeah. And yeah, that was the tournament.
Yeah, but still, top 4 Donphan's great, so congratulations.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 top 4 and seniors were Donphan.
Pretty crazy.
So, yeah. And then of course, in top 4, I hit the 1 Toad Tina.
Alright, I guess the very first question is, why did you decide to play Donphan? I mean, before that weekend, nobody had else like really played Donphan. We haven't really seen it anywhere else.
Yeah, So, me being a huge procrastinator, I did not know what to play because expanded such like for the first for like week 2, I guess we kind of had a little bit of a defined format. Like Archie Stoice and Evil Tall, I guess, were the popular decks, but
Yeah.
we didn't really have a defined format. So, me being a huge procrastinator, didn't I decided just not to build anything and throw a bunch of cards, competitive cards, in a box, and we drove to Lancaster. And luckily enough, I find some friends that are just chilling around in the hotel, and one of them was Tanner, and he goes, "Play Donphan, it's the play," and I'm like, "Okay, I have nothing better to play right now," so I built it. I tested it out a little bit. Um, I borrowed like the whole Pokemon line, uh, and then I think I borrowed a few stashes. Then the strong energies, because I didn't think I'd be playing a fighting deck to regionals before when I was packing my stuff. So like the only thing I could think of would be like Landy Bats, but I didn't think that was a good play for week 2 at all, considering Archie Source and Evil Tall did extremely well.
That's true. Okay.
Um, but yeah, I initially tested it out with just the Dene and the Super Rod, and I figured, okay, well, that's good enough. And then I also played a Bunnelby, which ended up in the initial final list being a 61st card because Bunnelby can get back your 1 DCE, your stadiums when you need them and stuff, and your resources. But yeah, I had thought that Dedenne would have been enough to win the Eviltall matchup, and then I was testing against Eviltall, and I realized that they could just Y Cyclone accordingly, so I wouldn't be able to Dedenne for enough damage. Like with like a Y Cyclone, that'd be like a Dark, and then 30 with Bangle, that's 100. So I'm like two-shotting it. So I figured maybe just rolling a die, and then instead of Ultra Ball, play Level Ball, and then the 1/1 Jolteon would have been better. I played like 2 games with it, because at this point it's like, what, midnight, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get sleep, because if I don't get sleep, if I don't go to bed now, I'm gonna do bad with whatever deck I end up choosing.
Yeah.
So I just went with Donphan and the 1/1 Jolteon, and I guess it worked out.
Did you ever wish like to have a second low ball to help get out the Jolteon line, or was the one just perfect enough and you just like drawn to it?
I drew into Jolteon and Eevee enough, like, I guess theoretically the deck would have run even better if it played the second level ball, but I think it worked fine with the one, to be completely honest.
Okay, all right. Now I got a question. You did play the 3 fighting stadium and the 1 Silent Lab. Why'd you decide like to put just a 1 Silent Lab?
Because I do play 2 copies of Wobbuffet, so initially Silent Lab and Wobbuffet do the same thing, so if I'm going into like Wobbuffet, I don't need that many Silent Labs. But yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, was the Wobbuffet just for to get around the Archeops, or was there other ideas with the Wobbuffet that you had?
Initially, it was mainly for Archeops because I knew that would be kind of a problem. In game 1 of round 2, I used Wobbuffet to evolve into Donphans when he got Archeops set up. But yeah, I guess whenever it came up, I guess it was used for other things. Like one of my opponents tried to set up with Wobbuffet in the active. I was like, no, you can't do that. But yeah, the initial idea for the 2 Wobbuffets was because Archeops really hurts Donphan because it's stage 1.
Okay, all right. Now, besides adding the Lava Ball, was there anything else in the deck that you wish to have that you didn't play in the deck?
Definitely the 1 Bunnelby. I really liked the idea of just playing Bunnelby in the deck. But otherwise, I think the list was pretty good. Like, the night before, I was totally not confident with it. But now that the list has some results, I mean, I think it's a pretty good list. Because, like, I top 4'd with it at Lancaster. I know Chris Collins made top 8 with something a little similar. He didn't play Wobs and Floatstones. But Justin Poist made top 8 at that same regionals as well with 1 card off my list. He dropped a silver bangle and added in a second muscle band. So yeah, Donphan's had some pretty good results for regionals.
Okay. Now, if you were to do Lancaster all over again, would you still stick with the Donphan deck, or would you switch decks?
I would probably still stick with Donphan just because it's really fun to play and no one's really expected it.
Yeah, okay. That's true, because, I mean, like I said, nobody was really playing the deck before y'all did that weekend.
Yeah.
So, how many championship points you at right now?
I think with the regionals finished, I'm around 202, but I did top 8 worlds, so I get 100 from that. But I don't know how they're going to do the championship point system this year, so
Yeah,
you
true.
never.
I mean, but still, I mean, you already had 300 points, and if the world stick from last year, like the points You still got your invite already, so that'd be
Day
great.
two. Yeah.
So, all right. Now, do you want to give any shots to anybody?
Team C, we are the dream. Definitely shout out to Kieran Wagner because he's been awesome these past few days. Testing partner, he's absolutely great. Ishan Jagiasi, he stayed in my room and he was really cool all weekend. We played Smash. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview. Once again,
You know,
congrats on getting top 4. It seems like every regionals are always doing great. So, hope you keep that streak alive. I hope you have a great cities run too. It'd be cool if you got those 200 points from the.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, like, if this area is doing, like, standard, expanded, or they're doing a mix. I personally would like them to do expanded, but I don't know what other people think, so.
would you want to mix, or you think that's the worst idea ever?
I don't think it's the worst idea ever. I just rather just all expanded, because I would need to, like, switch decks every cities. And, like, there's, like, sometimes 2 cities in one weekend. Like, I know the Black Friday weekend, there's, like, a 3-city mini marathon in Pennsylvania. So I'll definitely be going to that. So hoping those end up being expanded.
That'd be like torture if they made one like standard, then expanded, then made another one standard, like back to back. That'd be, I don't know.
Yeah, and they're both like all of them are like 2.5 hours out. So I need to like bring all those cards. And if I'm staying with a friend, I'd need to like build the deck at his house. It'd be weird, but.
Alrighty, well, once again, good luck at cities. Hopefully you get those 4 championship wins. Thanks for everybody for watching. Hope you have a great day. Hopefully you learned something new about Donphan. Alrighty, bye.